Three, and Westbrook always looking to be on the move.
Basket where he has just made a living throughout his career.
Wiggins got Westbrook away. He's on the move. One-on-one with DeRozan, little side step.
Off of being on the road for the past 6 days.
And Dort from close to Sabonis, who was trying to post up. Wallace attacks him.
And he knew exactly where to go.
Percent last year. As Dort trying to make his move, cut across.
Surprised that it's on display so early. And you get 2 points out of it.
Dallas in a game that got very tight late. Another big body in the post. Here is Westbrook, always looking to, as DeRozan was waiting for the body, took it and
play by the veteran. DeRozan just
Schroeder. Another one of those guards for the Kings. Westbrook. Here they
player here in Oklahoma City.
Thunder unselfish, but it results in the turnover and bounced around the league over the last few years. A lot of different teams. SGA.
And that is some next level stuff.
Sabonis. Teammate. Wallace off the catch, the three. No good. On the Westbrook screen, he thought he got fouled. And taking advantage of some lackluster Sacramento transition.
Shot in the last couple of games. They just don't give him that, man. They hammer him. They've
been fantastic here over the first 4 games of the year. Hartenstein, nice move. Back up top, Levine. Circles around. Wiggins. First 3 of the game for OKC.
In transition, and right now, head coach Doug Christie wants to call time.
But his defense has been solid, to say the least. Here he is on the offensive end.
Was he talking about A.J. Mitchell, was he? My goodness.
That was some good timing, but that pass got tipped, taken away. Ellis, and
just coming with the energy in this first quarter. Those passes by the Kings.
Caruso.
Jay Will and Sabonis not allowing him to get in front of him.
A couple of big.
Now that's not really a set piece. That's just a read between 2 guys who just know.
Let's talk about him, and they will speak profusely. Monk determined to take that throw. They've turned it over 5 times here in the first quarter.
Those are starting to pile up.
2 minutes.
Jay Will
on the basketball.
I don't think anybody in the NBA that's going to be a foul on a read.
I'm listening and I'm trying to think. I can't think of anyone else.
We see from DeRozan over the course of his career. See what Cason Wallace does. And again, not a punt.
He is so effective, folks, at plays like this. There's that little. It's a big part of his game is those types of plays. Absolutely. He's one of those guys that's fun to watch too, as well.
Even as he has played through the proliferation of all the 3-point shooting, he on Ellis, sizing him up. Got a screen from Wallace. Mitchell, again another 3. Matched up on the rookie.
He's going to try to get him up in the air.
Unable to score. Thunder not going to get a shot off. No, they're going to get fouled. That's just going to hear Doug Christie say doesn't want anything at the rim. They get it into SGA. He got the shot off.
On that part of the game. But it is such a big part of
score that this league has seen over the last decade and a half. 5 seconds plus between shot and game. Thunder not going to get a shot off. No, they're going to get fouled. That's just going to be the...
That mid-range game is exactly where he wants to be.
Then 11 teams did. SGA was set. Giving it back to Sacramento, and the sidelines.
Came up with a couple of big offensive rebounds late in the ball game, but he's also doing a little bit of that too. It's not just one way.
I'm going to say it again, Mike. We said it last night. Right over to SGA. That'll be a foul on Westbrook.
Kings know the Thunder have been getting some leverage.
Mark Daigneault once again going to his younger group. Nice drive.
And make a play for his teammate.
Might get 5 off it.
That's the sign of a good rebounder. where you just got to feel not going to get a rebound. Arnstein, he gets up in the air, and he uses that big 7-foot frame.
Come off the rim.
That's another part of it, too. How about this here for Shea?
Put it back to throw the ball. There's a deflection. Cason Wallace trying to beat Muck down the floor. Dumps it off. Just a real good feel for the game. The player getting some minutes. Hasn't played a whole lot in the early part of the season. Nice cut. Barnheiser drive on the rookie. Ball moving back up top. Monk behind the back pass. Ardegnault continuing to go with young players here. To try to get up on DeRozan. He's using the body of Eubanks. Big 2 seconds. Carr, he's going to get fouled. And Barn
for most of this first half.
Remain out. And J-Dub, Joe Topich, and Kenrich Williams. Mitchell's back in the game for the Thunder. Jay Will and Sacramento get in that zone defense. Jay Will, there's a cut. Barnheiser as Monk pulls it back out. Westbrook
to cover that.
That's why those guards like those big bodies. That'll be an offensive two that players not only appreciate the fact that they're given opportunities as Dort.
You don't always get it this early in the season.
Sabonis corner. And Monk puts his head down, wants to drive.
To really set up.
Dallas Cruz is going to go to the free throw line. But the Thunder, they want to play they're being surprised in the postseason. And there's nothing like buy tickets.
Yeah, and all of those teams they played on that road trip were tough. And the Mavericks the same thing the night before, getting their first win of the season against the Raptors.
Defending Levine on the closeout, instead of coming down quite as explicitly.
That's why he's all first-team defense.
Ellis, he gets fouled on the backside by Caruso.
Oh, excuse me, 4 now. I was really
equation that didn't make sense much last year for Ellis at the Shea. Gives it up, Jay Will. He's left open for 3. Jay Will thought that Wiggins was going to keep going. Went behind his back and the flash back out to the perimeter. Jay Will looking to make it 2 in a row.
It's an original.
There is nothing prosaic.
He's like an artist with a paintbrush.
Ball. Therefore, we got a jump ball at center court.
Man, I don't understand that. That's a good ball.
Kings back out to the perimeter. As SGA down their lane.
Sticks a 2. They're shooting 55% from the field.
Dort spotted up. No. Plenty of offense in this first half.
Might have been of those too often.
Shea got inside, sets it up, Case with him alive.
This is where you got to stay down on DeMar DeRozan. He is so good.
Hands of SGA, Wallace back to SGA, way behind the 3-point line.
Good shape here in the second half, guys.
Well, one thing that has been in good shape so far, SGA negotiating, able to rebounds inside. How do you slow him down?
Well, that's got to be patient, man. That's shooting at a white-hot clip. At 55%, the Thunder are able to get those as well. Now, you know this game is going to slow down between these two teams.
But the Kings give it right back. SGA with speed. Little sidestep that time, trying to... And that is a clear and obvious... And now quick...
So the Thunder in the same situation they were in last night.
Schroeder, he had a notion instead. It's DeRozan, and just been able to generate offense. And Dort, Russell Westbrook. Extra pass, open shooter.
Coming off the bench and scoring 41 points was Mr. Wiggins. As Schroeder will get
7 made baskets overall, 7 for 10. Dort. A lot of the questions coming in about this Sacramento team, Mike. A lot of these former All-Stars, how would they mesh? Schroeder. See what Sacramento does here coming out of the timeout. Sabonis, surround pass for Shea. He had Ellis on him. Sacramento the other way. It's out. .com to score big and save more today.
And to
Prevent that pass into DeRozan as the Thunder have their first lead since. This time he sets the screen. Ellis, Spade. Ellis will give it up. Levine, he's been picking his spots. Selecting. Shea, mid-range.
They missed a lot of chippies.
And one. Ended up in Sacramento. But to touch on a point that you brought up.
Such range on his shot, and he's a mid-range shooter as well.
Sacramento with the foul on Mitchell, trying to fight over the screen of Sabonis. Levine decided to charge to the. Thunder been playing from behind the majority. Man, really cool stuff going on. The only thing I don't like.
Oh, it's just fantastic.
Going to be an absolute one away. Those mid-range shots for SGA not dropping here in the third. Caruth. Oh, Shea going to work on Monk. Pulls up. And
Clearly see the air ball that Shea shot that was 3 feet short. Pulls up the night for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. As I pointed out earlier, the line a lot more than that, folks.
And he's got one of the longest streaks in NBA history. As Sacramento continues.
Good defense by Caruso, just being very physical with DeMar DeRozan, and then getting his hands out of.
Look at the three. Mitchell drives left. Kings have not been able to get a bucket. Shea going to work. Mid-range shot. Westbrook gives it up. Advantage. Ellis lurking. Mitchell drives in the body of J. Will. See what J. Will does here. Swiped it away.
Yeah, he stripped him before he got up in the air.
Oh, Wesu. Inspire this Thunder team here. J. Will down. He's missed some tough layups in the game. Right near the DeRozan, who's got it here. Back to the basket. DeRozan into the mid-range shot. Mitchell losing it away. That was quick. DeRozan back the other way. Contact easy toward the rim.
Oklahoma.
Mark Daigneault wants a little bit of shooting and offense on the offensive end after this DeRozan free throw. Double team comes. There's the flash, the kick, the shot.